I'm like, oh, fuck. He's like, you think you have big balls? You think you'll show us your balls now, buddy?
Welcome back to Melbourne, mate. We're just talking
mate.
off air. What are your plans back here?
Yeah, just kind of, I take this weekend, enjoy myself, have a probably, good little,
weekend.
It's a good one.
Bit going on in Melbourne as
probably
well.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday job.
Yeah, he loves the nightlife here, mate.
Yeah,
Is that
don't
right?
blame him.
I'll speak on behalf of you, mate. I know he loves it as well. This man, every time I go to Electric, mate, I see this bloke's on the door letting you in.
He's rolling in with this accreditation from AO. I'm like, mate, you didn't even play. Why are you wearing it?
He's just bearing the fruits of his labour, and why shouldn't he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You should see the man's DMs. Good,
Where's
mate.
Point Cook, Victoria?
That's Point Cook.
Should we
It's the
take
west.
it?
Is that the west?
Should we take it?
Yeah, take it.
Should I take it?
Yeah, just see what it is.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, this is a scam.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Hello, it's Thanasi
Yeah, maybe.
Kokkinakis.
Yeah,
Hi, you are speaking to Martin here from United Choice Group.
it's a good chat. He was boring as shit. I usually go on that court. I request that court. They wanted to put me on a bigger one, but I request that court just because I've had good results, and it's just the atmosphere is just nuts. Everyone just gets hammered and just starts kind of sledging the opponent. So I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Put me on there. Oh, mate, he made sure he got a pump in the gym every time. Like, we're going to warm up. Like, we're not that serious because it's doubles, whatever. We're having fun, but obviously we wanted to win. Loney's in there, like I'm going through my warm-ups with my trainer. Loney's in there just hitting pipes and shoulders right before he gets out of there. I'm like, this guy's a fucking joke. He knew he was going to be front setter in that box with his Vaseline on his pipes or whatever, like sun beaming on him. He's like, doing a pump before we start. And he's doing this one, just piping him out even more. I'm like, my dad's like, who are you playing with this? Yeah, same as my coach. I'm like, Nick. He's like, mate. He's like, are you guys going to focus? I'm just like, we'll try our best. They were heckling us a bit, but it was nothing. Like, me and Nick love it. We love when we get kind of poked. The bear gets poked and we get a bit rowdy. But so I didn't see this happening. I think it was like a tight first set or whatever, and played a point out. It fell to Nick, and Nick had like a forehand over the net, and he like wails the ball. And like these doubles players, they got really good reactions. So sometimes the best thing is to go for them and hit their body. Yeah. Because if you go either side, they're just going to put a volley on it and reflex it back. So like I'm watching at the back, and I'm like, he just peppers this dude like clean. I'm like, oh fuck. At the back, I'm just like, he's hit him clean. Anyway, Nick like apologizes. I'm just like, oh, it's nice of him. Like, because that's what you do. It's like the ethical thing to do. So I've just turned around and gotten the balls. But like, I've heard some boos, and like people boo when you hit someone, but like they go back on the replay, and after Nick's hit the guy, he's gone, sorry. And then he's turned to like this row of Croatians, and he's gone, his tongue is just like flapping in slow-mo with saliva, like going left to right. I'm like, fuck, I didn't see that. We finished the match. I'm like, let's go to the gym, like warm down. Professionals. It's a professional thing to do. We get in there, and the two Croatians are sitting at the back end of the gym, and we walk in, and one of their fitness trainers has a foam roller, and there's a big like pillar in the gym, and he's going to fucking town on this foam roller, just like belting it up against the pole like so many times. I've gone to Nick, I'm like, oh fuck, look at this man. He's about to lay into their players. And then, so me and him are watching, I'm like, oh shit. He turns around, he's like, eh? I'm like, oh fuck. He's like, you think you have big balls? You think you'll show us your balls now, buddy? I'm like, oh fuck. And like, I knew this guy before and we had a decent relationship, and I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, me? I'm just like, my balls or his balls? Which one? He's like, no, him, you. And he's gone to Nick, and he's like gone right up in. He's like, you want to show big balls? Show us your big balls now. And Nick, I'm just sitting there, I was like, is this guy taking the piss, or is he like legit serious? And he just kept it like, these Croats, like, they can snap. Like, I'm Greek, we have a bit of that in us sometimes, but I was just like, this is good to watch. Like, I was sitting there, and there's a few players like Alcaraz is like warming up in the gym, and Ferreira's just sitting there, like, he was just like laying down by the treadmill watching it all unfold. I'm looking at him watching this guy, and he's gone up to Nick, and Nick's like, what do you want me to do, mate? You guys are just salty you lost. And then he's like, just get on your flight back home, mate. Get on the Boeing 747 back to Croatia. He's like, no, we'll take it somewhere else. He's like, where else? You guys are going home. You go to the airport. That's your next destination. So,
that's great.
Yeah, that was the start of a fun couple of weeks. I was just kind of an innocent bystander. I was like, what's going on here? And he walked in with a foam roller. I was like, is this guy going to clock us with a fucking roller? I'm not going to take one to the chin. It literally was like a festival. festival.
Yeah, it was
out
like
there.
a festival.
It was everyone was doing shoeies and they were like, give us a hell yeah, like, you know, in that high pitched voice, and like you'd be about to return, you're like, oh yeah. So everyone, the people playing against us, like, what the fuck is going on with these two
It's a
clowns?
new era now.
Yeah.
It's a-
And we got to the final, we were playing the two other Aussies on Rod Laver. We're like, no, like now we like really like we have to win this one.
Yeah.
We didn't speak about it. We're like, man, we've done well so far, but inside we're looking at each other like, fucking let's go.
And those
But
guys,
every
what are you
time,
boys
every
doing at
time
the
I was
moment?
overseas and I'm scrolling my Instagram feed, it's fucking Loney with a shirt off posing. Nick coming out to serve for the final. Nick's one of the best serves in the world, if not the best. So I think he had new balls as well, and I'm just like, you fucking beauty. I'm sitting at net, and I'm just like, I hope I don't touch a volley, to be
You can
honest.
sit down, but just
I'll just be a bystander. The semi-final celebration was the whack one. I like hit a lob winner and I didn't know if it was going in or out. And then I thought Nick was going to do the chest bump that we always do, but he's like waiting there to catch me. So I've just like mounted him.
Yeah.
And then it's looked like I'm on him on missionary and I'm just sitting on him.
Yeah, it was an awkward one, wasn't it?
It was quite awkward. I did witness it. I didn't know if they were going to keep going.
I'll tell you what, we weren't far off. It was an emotional moment.
It's all about what happens after the match. And we heard that, you know, Nick's now got the lovely missus and he's a very different man, but Cocky's a single man like we are. And you were just like, get me out of this building and get me to electric.
I've never been more keen for something in my like. I was just like, gotta go. I was just, but I don't know. It was just because I hadn't celebrated Adelaide either. So I was just like, I've got so much celebrating to do and not enough time. So I celebrate nothing sometimes.
Yeah.
So now that I've got something to celebrate, I'm just like, yep, going. They're like, sorry guys, you've been pulled in for drug testing. Me and Nick looked at each other like, fuck. Not because we're like worried about
it
anything.
takes
We're
that
just like, this
long,
is going
man.
to take long because I've done this mistake before and you have to fill it up a certain number.
Yeah.
And the worst thing you can possibly do is just go just below. Because then you've like emptied your piss. I don't know if this is a topic that you want to know about.
No, we did the same
Yeah,
thing.
but you've emptied your piss and you haven't reached your target, so you got to wait till you go again. So I'm like, fuck it, if there's beer or anything like that, I'm just like, I'm guzzling liquids until I'm like absolutely busting. So I walk in and we've done our media and it's like 1:30 a.m. Meanwhile, I've prepared this whole thing. I've brought my jeans and my going out clothes in my tennis bag. It's sitting
ready to
with me
go.
on the side of the court. I'm just like, fuck, I hope
prep.
I haven't shot myself in the foot here, like looking too far advanced. But I'm like, I'm going out regardless. So as long as I have my shit ready, I'm going. Anyway, I get in and Nick's like shaking his head. I'm just like, oh no, what's happened? He's like, bro, I didn't piss enough. he's missed the thing. He's like right under. And I'm just like, poor guy. At least he wasn't going out, so he's fine. He was going to me. So, yep, I'm busting. I've got the dude like looking at me like this while I'm pissing. I'm like, all right, mate, let me just fucking,
It's that awkward.
let me
isn't
just
it?
get this done so I can just bounce. Anyway, I did it. Organised the car. Phone was out of charge. Setting up the aux, getting myself in the mood. I'm like, Loney, you're coming with me. He didn't take his accreditation off. We've gone straight there, and my team and family and friends or whatever. Not family, and obviously Dad's not coming out, but like all my mates are like coming back after, and they're like, yeah, we're at the front. So I'm just like here. I felt like an idiot though. I was like, him,
Yeah, that's
everyone here up. And he's gone to the front. He's like, oi, bouncer peasant man. I was like, I didn't call him fucking bouncer a
I
peasant.
believe part was when we jumped out the car.
Mate, we're only there for an hour. Oh yeah, go on.
Yeah, we jumped out of the car. I think I covered this on the last one, but mate, we jumped out of the car and it was just like bedlam. Like he was just ready to go. He was jumping up and down. I think
We couldn't go anywhere, so I was stuck in a gridlock.
yeah.
I'm just like, nah, this can't. I was like, fucking Towie. I was like, I was
Yeah.
crazy.
get me out
Like,
of the car, yeah.
like we kept saying, like I kept saying in the car, I was like, mate, you just want to slam.
yeah. He's like, bro, you just want to slam. I'm like, I fucking know, mate. We had a circus. It was a circus act.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
Circus.
Yeah.
So
No.
it was the nearest part. So I went to circus and then left, and it was people were going for their morning jogs.
Yeah,
so I was like, interesting.
Yeah, it's dangerous when you get that wristband and you're like, are we about to do this?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, there's nothing
You got the
worse.
wristband on, then after, the worst part is after, because the realisation set in. You're like, fuck, it's a bit embarrassing. Like, just take this one off, just walking. Like,
But it's
cab.
different.
Well, I'll start with the doubles. We played an Argentinian guy in doubles, not a real well-known guy. And me and Nick were like cruising. We were setting a break up, just having fun. And then one like loud Argentinian, like old dude from the back, he just starts yelling. And like, I'm all for cheering your guy. It's fine. Because like, we probably, sounds a bit hypocritical because there was a lot of that in Australia.
Yeah.
But like, this guy was just yelling out, come on, Molteni. You
can do it.
Yeah, you can do it.
That
And
guy.
they're getting killed. And me and Nick are like, oh no, they started coming back and me and Nick are like, don't fire us up. Like, just don't. We're just like, let's just go about our business and do it. And he just keeps going, come on, Molteni. Like in between Nick's serve, and he's turned around, he's like, is this guy fucking serious? He's pointed at him, he's like, so you're telling me out of all the people in this complex, you've bought a ticket to watch Molteni play. He's just throwing this doubles player under the bus. And I'm just like, oh, that's fucked. I was like, he's just going at him. And then eventually, yeah, we won. But the guy, it was just like, the crowd was just like losing it because Kiggs is just simply pointed out this one old bloke that's just probably his first tennis match ever. And he's just absolutely grilled him. And I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. Because I'm playing the best Argentinian player from the country. He's like 15 in the world, Schwartzman, the next day. So I'm like, fuck, this is going to carry over to the next game. It's going to be a circus. I'm going to deal with this. And it was. I lost the first set of my match against Schwartzman. I'm going for a toilet break and some dude like runs up. He's like, photo. And I'm like, got my towel around my head because I'm just trying to take a quick piss and I've got the match to play. So I'm like, sorry, man. Like, I'm just playing. Like, I was super polite. And then he's like, he says some shit to me in Spanish. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I come back. And then he like runs up to me again, like bumps into me and he's got his phone like right in my face. And he's like, photo. And I'm just like, mate, like I just told you before, like, sorry, like I'm playing, I've got a match, I've got to focus for it. And he just like bumps into me and like the phone is here and I've got a towel. And I'm just like, no, fuck this guy. So like I do like the quick whips, hits his phone, like flips out on the ground. And then I look back, he's like, I just hear like, puta in Spanish. So I'm just getting hounded in Spanish.
Did he crack his screen?
Huh?
Did he crack his screen?
I hope I did.
Yeah.
I turned back because I just hearing this guy mouthing off at me and he's just like got the finger up at me. And I'm just like, oh, hectic, man. This guy's like actually going in at me. And I'm just like, fuck it. I give it back to him straight in the match. I'm like, this is going to end well. I was like, I probably shouldn't have done that. Poke the bear. Talk about poking the bear. Anyway, we end up playing. And I win the second set. I save a match point against Schwartzman, like I'll call it a lucky pass, but I was aiming for it. So like, and it's the crowd's going like, now they're like really against me and like pro Schwartzman. I'm just like, shit, fuck it. Like, I'm just like, I had like 3 people cheering for me. So I was like singling me out. I'm like 1, 2, 3. I'm like, get loud, like give me something. Anyway, I'm like, I break in the third set and I have match points. And I don't take him. And some lady's just yelling, like not even cheering for Schwartzman. She's yelling right at me, just abuse. And I like make eye contact with her. I just look at her and she's like probably 50 and she's just going ham at me. I don't know what she's saying, but I just like start looking at her and smiling. And I'm like, fuck, I've got to back this up here. I'm up a break. I don't want to gag. I've just gagged 2 match points on his serve. Like, I've got to win this. And then I look over and she's just yelling at me again. So I'm like, nah, fuck this. Like, I've got to win this match. And I'm just like looking at her, like half smiling. I look at someone else and like her husband or some older guy next door is like giving me these ones like right to my face. I'm just like, oh, okay. Is this what's happening?
It's on.
Yeah. So, like, I fucking win the match is, like, the best feeling ever. I've never felt happy. And I'm just telling, like, I never do this shit, but I'm just like, you, pipe down, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm literally yelling at everything, but I was just like, I had to do it. And I'm looking over, I'm getting fingers and just this. I'm just like, fuck it, I love it. And then the same guy that asked for the photo, and I said no to him, was swearing at me in Spanish. He's like at the front, he's like, I'm so sorry, photo. I'm just like, I'll fucking take it. But you do that again, and I'm breaking your phone.
Special K. What is there any talk with Special K?
Mate, there was talk that we were going to be on a cereal box together a while ago. I had a little lawsuit with him a while ago that I wasn't aware of, and then I just woke up to all these tweets saying like, Special K files a lawsuit against Kokkinakis. I was like, what the fuck's this? I had no idea. I was like, Dad, what's this about? Like, did you know? So I think that's all fine now.
I've seen the last Instagram, he might have dropped a fart and you're sitting there.
Yeah,
like,
mate.
You're sitting there like that. Like, what are you boys doing on there? It looks like so much fun. I'd love to do that.
Mate, I was about to return. I was like, looked at him. I'm like, mate, you fucking smell that? Like, what's that? I thought like the guy sitting front row dropped something or something. And like I look back and he's just pissing himself. I'm like, mate, that's fucking horrid. Like it was legitimately like for a smell to carry on a wide like outdoor stadium. It's one of those ones that like he did hit you straight away. So like, yeah, I couldn't believe it. We're like deep in the second set of this Masters match and he's just dropped one. I'm just like, this guy. One of the funniest things, we've just finished Wimbledon. We finished Wimbledon. We get out of our Uber. It's like a maxi taxi or maxi van or whatever. And we're going to this like pub there. It's called the Dog and Fox. And it's like, it's the one like around Wimbledon where like players and everyone that knows the tournament kind of goes to because Wimbledon just pops during that time. And we get out of the car and some guy's gone, like these 2 couple have gone, oh my God, it's Nick Kyrgios. And Nick's looked at him and we'd had a couple of that night. And he's looked at him and he's like, oh my God, it's Nick Kyrgios. But he's a nice dude.
Oh, yeah, that is cocky specs too.
Yeah, my specs.
That's your specs, yeah.
That is you, mate.
Specs for specs.
How are we looking?
The Europeans. Here we go. Kimberly.C has written
How did you two meet?
What's her name, mate? Hang on a second. You on the old Instagram?
Loney's already dropped nudes to her. Hey, Kimberly, I know this wasn't intentionally for me, but I saw you on Omegle earlier.
And the DJ stops the music, and I'm just like, Rio Olympian, Thanasi Kokkinakis. And he's in the middle of the stage. I don't know what to do. He's got his hands in his pockets, does a little jig.
I'm not dancing. What the fuck am I doing?
And then the guy just plays levels, and everyone's like, yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Her name's Jess.
Okay.
Anyway, but are you boys
One of
single?
my ex-missus was named Jess. Which Jess was it? I don't know if I've got a type. It's a tough one. It's just all about the vibe for me. I like a chick with a bit of chat. It's good to have a bit of back and forth.
Last one. I don't want to get the mood down, but Liv has written in, does Thanasi have any advice for people struggling with mental health issues like he had when he was injured?
Oh, it's deep, Liz.
It's deep, and I wanted to ask it
No,
because
it's a good question.
and that's our last one.
No, that's a good question. I'll tell you what, when you're around him long enough, you get sick of every single one.